Would you say that I've done all I can? Would you say that I've been a better man? Would you tell me it was part of your plan? Would you leave me here covered in sin? Would you call me on the phone just to let it ring? Even if I pick it up, would it not mean a thing when I think I'm not around? It makes me wanna scream. There's no one else here to save, so won't you set me free? Will you save me? Will you leave me here to die? Will you wake me up on the outside of this night? If I wake up in the morning, would I still be okay? And all the things that I left broken, would they get in the way? If you call me and I answer, would it be my mistake? Only time will tell me. What would you say? Will you save me? Will you leave me here to die? Will you wake me up on the outside of this night? Boy, that's my intention, leaving me here wanting more. Will you keep me long enough to make me just go away and all the things that I left broken? Will you save me? Will you leave me here to die? Will you wake me up on the outside of this night? Will you save me? Will you leave me here to cry? Will you wake me up on the outside of this night? You know I'll never leave. You know I won't deceive. Pick your head up off your shoulders and smile until tears smile to you leave. Will you cut me when I'm dirty? Will you bathe me in the truth? Speak your name out loud and claim the reasons why you captured me. Do you believe? It's alright if I'm okay. Finding reasons, stole my eyes, touch my face. Hear me breathing. Can this high take away the things that I should say? In this doubt I find our way. It's the feeling. We found our way. We'll talk about this later. Cannot believe it's through. In a human
We'll just keep grooving. We'll just keep on going. And you know, even though the music's over, just gonna keep on grooving, baby. The world's greatest transition of all time. Hey, we're back on the camera this time, trying to, I've got these glasses on. I get the glare from the screen. I got to either decide to abandon them or wear them. Yeah, whatever. Oh, now I see it. Yeah, he is Superman. God, how come I never saw it before? The glasses is like a whole other guy. Hello there, Shelly and Keith and Sam. Hello, Sam Nash. Yeah, okay, Keith. Good afternoon, Paul and Allison and Cheryl. 17,000 of you to get the show started today. Very nice. I have a mint in my mouth. Yep, we're doing okay. Kid threw up a couple times last night. Apparently several kids in our school threw up last night, including the teacher. So we're just dealing with a small bout of the plague right now here. But I think everybody's going to be just fine. So, she seems to be doing better, keeping water and crackers down and couscous. So, all good, I guess. Thank you for the hashtag, Allison. Hello, Ray Braun. I like these hashtags. Very good. Yes, very good. Hello, Terry Thornton. Happy Friday. And Michelle. Oh, an error occurred. Try again. Okay. Have a great weekend, Paul. You leaving already? There's my guy, Ray McGuire. Oh, yeah. I was just talking about you yesterday, Ray, with my retired naval neighbor up the street. He and I talk. And he said, the book that you just gave, the book you gave me recently is by far the best one you've written. I have to remember to look at the camera. Oh, no, there it goes. There goes the audio. Oh, I read the video. I knew it. All right. Well, I tried, guys. It's just the camera. So we'll go built in. It's too bad. Back to crappy quality we go. Unplug it. See if that works. There it is. Oh, well, I tried. Still the camera not working. Not sure why. Very annoying. Because the other quality is so good. Look at this. Look how blurry I look. Ridiculous. Not sure what to do. Not sure what to do, kids. Except maybe just do the show on my phone. I like doing it on the computer, but whatever. Oh, you already pre-ordered it. Yes, Soul Crush, for sure. Hello, Dennis. Rainy afternoon. Okay. With a cup of coffee. Yeah, Megan's having a cup of Joe right now downstairs. And I'm going to have one here soon. Hello, Deborah. Good morning, Juliet, down under. That's right. No, not your glasses, man. I just can't. I don't know why it's doing that on my phone. It charges correctly at night, so I'm not entirely convinced it's the port. I'm thinking there's something wrong with Camo Studio, so I don't know. Trying to think of solutions, kids. Trying to think of solutions. I might just go buy a webcam, like a little webcam that'll do better than this. Just don't want to spend the I don't even know what that'll be, like $150. I mean, it's worth it for good quality. No, I mean, the phone works fine. The battery seems to be holding a charge decently. I have to replace my phone when the battery, doesn't charge after the battery starts not holding a charge. That's my signal. I'm like, all right, you better get over to AT&T, do the thing. So no, it's not ready for that yet. I thought usually it would be every 2 years. Usually that's when it starts going downhill, but this battery seems to be okay. So it's not like it's brand new, but it's still okay. So I don't know. Oh, well, it'll still be cheaper just to get a little webcam and that's dedicated for this purpose. So still be way cheaper than getting a new phone. So I'll do that. I just got to check the reviews and do the consumer thing, and then go over to Best Buy. I guess that's my next mission. Maybe I'll do that this afternoon. Good idea, guys. Good idea. Great call. We're shuffling poker chips, if you're wondering what that noise is. Do you like that bottle of tequila on the top shelf? Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, that's not tequila. It's just an empty bottle. If it were tequila, it would probably be some of the best you can buy. So I've heard. I'm not into that sort of thing. I'm just drinking water. So, but I do like decorative bottles. What I like to do with bottles is, have I ever showed you guys this before? I've shown you this before. I like to take, like cool bottles, like whiskey bottles or whatever, and then I put fairy lights in them, and then they make cool decorations. I got a lot of straightening up to do in here. I mean, my room is a mess again. The office is a mess. I've got stacks of boxes all over the place. Can barely move. I've got a bunch of empty bottles to turn into what I just described sitting down here. And maybe I should give those away as prizes when I do some more contests here. So yeah, I think what we'll do is I'll do a couple like that where I, decorate the bottles, and then we'll give them away. Maybe you guys might like that with an autograph book or something. I keep looking at my phone now like it's the camera. It's not the camera now. Genius. God, I've got to get the new camera. I'll go online and take a look at that here in a little bit, because I'm due for some Mexican food tonight anyway, and it's right next to Best Buy. So I'll hit up my peeps over there, El Mason. Are you going to tell us about the Easter egg in Istanbul? No. Yeah, look, I know some people were commenting, like, and my good friend George was one of them that commented. He said, wasn't it Constantinople in that time? I'm like, yeah, of course it was Constantinople. All I can think of is that song every time I say that name. Talked me into it. So yeah, but Istanbul. So I can't give away the Easter egg, and that Easter egg. So I don't want to say too much. Let me think about what I can say and what I can't say, because I don't want to give it too away. But what's oh, is that good? That's what I need to know. Thank you, sir. Ooh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, so the Easter egg and with the Istanbul thing. So okay, and I was actually chatting with Allison about this after I posted that. So that you'll understand why it's funny, but you won't understand until, well, it's not funny, but you'll get it October 28th. So if you read Moscow Sky, you'll get the sort of connection that I do there. And then obviously it doesn't say Istanbul in the draft of the Sean Wyatt book. I put that there. I took the picture and then I changed it to Constantinople. So don't worry, all my editorial friends and proofing friends. It has been corrected. So I started Sean Wyatt 22 this week. I really started last week with the planning phases. Sketching out ideas. That's the hardest part. Really, one of the most stressful parts. It's extremely difficult to try to get the plan for the story all out at the beginning in the front, because typically what I do is I'll outline in thirds. So I'll do the first third, the second third, the last third of the story, through the acts or whatever, the 3 acts. And usually with the end in mind. I know where the end is going to be, but this time I really wanted it to be I wanted it to be really well organized. I wanted everything to flow. And I think I do a pretty good job of that with my stories. But I really wanted to sit down and have a very good plan of how this story is going to look in a good shell, a frame for it. Get the framework really laid out. So that's what I did for 3 or 4 days. I spent a lot of time doing research. I spent a lot of time doing planning. And then, the research is ongoing. So during the course of a Sean Wyatt book, I do on average about 100 hours of research. And I've probably done, going back about a month or so, I've probably done about 30 or so, maybe 40 so far. So, and a good 20 of that was this week. So it's probably safe to say 40 so far. There's probably another 40 to 50 hours of research in there. Maybe, I don't know. So, but it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun, and I've learned a lot. But I was chatting with Allison about it, and she was like, she messaged me and said, "Oh, so is this story about so and so and so and so?" And I was like, "What in the world? Like, how did you come up with that just from the prologue, Istanbul, and the year?" And I was really impressed. And she's got a steel trap for a memory as far as history is concerned, because to me, the story that takes place in the prologue and who it revolves around, important figure in history, sure, but like, do we deep dive into it here in the States growing up? No. I hadn't even heard of that person. So I'm impressed. Maybe I heard of him and just didn't know. Like, I just forgot. I'm pretty sure my high school English or history teacher didn't teach me about this person. And I know I didn't learn about this person in college. So I was impressed, super impressed by Allison's not only guess, but her knowledge about this whole character. So, nah, you know what? I don't think she Googled anything, Michelle. I think she nailed it. I think she just knew, because she didn't Google it because she was off on some details. So there was like just certain little details, right? So like Nostradamus, he predicted the rise of Hitler, but he said the name was Hister, something like that. So he missed it by like a letter. Same thing with Allison. She had some like details that were real close to spot on, just like slightly off, and then some that were right. But fascinating character, and is going to make for an even more fascinating story and treasure hunt for Sean Wyatt and Tommy Schultz. And so I'm about 6% done with the story so far. So next week the goal is to be more percent done. So Next Thursday evening, we leave to go on vacation. So we will be gone for a week. So there will be no drinks with Dempsey for the next couple of Fridays. And we actually have to come back early from the vacation to attend a memorial. But so that Friday, there won't be anything either. There might be Coffee Nations going on, though, on the next 2 Sundays. I'll just play it by ear. Probably, though. I mean, should be able to do it. Just be at the campsite. So, yeah. And I'm going to be hanging out live with Matt James. I don't know if we're doing a show together, but we're going to be hanging out down at Walt Disney World. So I haven't checked today to make sure that everything was still okay there, but they're usually okay in Orlando, and all my other Orlando friends they're fine. So, ooh, yes. Yeah, I hope you look forward to it. It's going to be, I'm excited about it. So getting the outline together was really difficult and stressful. And I had a lot of anxiety this week, but getting that outline done, I feel a lot better and the writing feels easier. So yeah, I don't like to call it an outline. I like to call it a story plan. I like to have a story plan. Making the story plan sucks because you have to make all the hard decisions right away. You can't procrastinate. And that's what naturally my mind wants to do. It wants to get up and go get a snack, even though I'm not hungry. So naturally, I want to procrastinate, and forcing myself to do a story plan at the beginning, well, that doesn't feel natural to me. But man, it feels good to have it done and to have real good direction. So I'm looking forward to seeing where this story goes. Having fun already in the first chapter. Like, the first chapter is pretty cool. Hello, Jonathan Hill. No, I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of. I mean, I haven't planned that. Oh, all right. Cool. What the heck is a vacation? Well, that'll be the last one I take for a while, so I'm gonna drink it in. Well, we're actually supposed to be going back down there to Orlando for a conference for Megan like 2 weeks later for another week. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, we'll just see what happens. We're not sure yet. She's got to make sure that they can, like, the hospital will reimburse her or whatever. But so we might be going down there again for a second week. But yeah, we don't know yet. We don't know about that. So and then after that, though, there won't be any vacations for a while. I don't foresee doing anything for spring break. Everything that I'm going to be doing is going to be working on new books. So even though we're going to have that, that week off or whatever, I do plan to write a little bit while I'm down there, at least a little bit every morning before we get going. And then just for 15 minutes, right? Just keep the momentum going. Because I really want to have the Sean Wyatt book done by the end of the first week of November. So I'd love to have it done by November 6, but November 5, November 6, somewhere in there. Just depends on how fast I can go. But I'm off to a good start. But the plan is to release it December 30th. So a little New Year's present for you. Hello, Megan Holden. So most of the research that I do with places is online, and then the secondary is I go for memory. So places where I have visited, and then the next thing I do is I talk to people from those places. So I don't get to travel that much really, and haven't. I've been to Europe 3 times, I guess, in my life because I went to Greece for 4 days. But I've technically been to Europe 3 times now. And then I've been out west here in the States a few times, past Colorado. I guess I dated a girl in LA, so that was technically travel, I guess. But so I've been around the United States some, but I haven't been. I mean, I went to Mexico in like 1984, and we just like walked across the border and took pictures and then walked back. And I've been to Canada a couple times, but it's been so long I don't remember. So international travel wise, gone like 3 times. So I would love to change that. I would love to, be hitting up those places. My brother just got back from Tuscany, so he and his wife were in Italy for 10 days, and so they went to Rome and Tuscany and all that. I'd love to travel more. Like I would love to be hitting a different country in Europe, every other month. That would be awesome. And I would love to be able to do the research based on physical visits. Like that would be amazing. But I'm not at this moment in my timeline. I'm not in that situation. So got to do it how I can do it, But I try to make it as authentic as possible for everybody. Hello, Kathy Hamilton. I'm glad you're here. You're not really late. Just been going 20 minutes. We do have to. Oh, Megan, I guess already left. So she had to drop off her car at the shop today. So she was driving my car to go pick up her keys at the shop. So we could go back to the shop and get her vehicle. So that's what my evening's going to look like. Oh, okay. Hi. Hello, Doctor. Hello, Dr. Kelly. Hi, Carrie Messer. Oh. Best present ever. Come to Arizona this winter. Do you have snow where you are out there? Because if we're going to go out west, we're going where there's snow. I really don't see any trips coming up for me in the next 4 to 5 months. It's possible. We'll see. I remain dubious. Girdwood, Alaska. Oh, dude. Yeah, Alaska's awesome. Have you ever been to Alaska other than this trip, Ray? I mean, it's so cool up there. It's really cool. Hey, all right. Wet and windy. Yeah, I heard summer's over in England. Who said that? It was a soccer game I was watching? I can't remember. Somebody said that a week or two. No snow. I've been to Flagstaff. Hey, all right. I've been to Flagstaff once. There was a little bit of snow on the ground, just a little bit. Now, if we're gonna go out west, but we're gonna go to at some point. I don't know when this will be. Probably, I don't know if it'll be this next year. Or if I had to guess, a little more than a year. But we're probably gonna go to Utah, to Park City. I haven't been snowboarding and let's see, it was 16, 17 years maybe? 15 years? I'm not counting the time that it snowed here and like we were snowboarding down the slopes of the par 4 at the golf course where me and my roommate lived. Me and this buddy of mine bought a house on a different golf course and years ago when I was working for education. and got like a random snow that year, and so we took the snowboards out and went down the fairway on number 16. We weren't going to mess up the fairways. We were very conscious of that. We weren't going to cut up the fairways. We knew better than that. It was deep enough where we weren't worried about that, and it was hard packed, so we weren't getting any turf. Golden rim, Flagstaff for sure. Wow, look at you with the knowledge bombs, Ray. Wow. Incredible. Expecting 18. You know, I love Colorado. I mean, I love Colorado. I would live there in a minute. Megan doesn't like the cold, though. I could do northern Idaho. I could do Colorado. I'd be all right out there. I don't mind the cold. Just throw another layer on. Or just don't go outside. Just stay in. Hunker down. I'm indoorsy, like Jim Gaffigan once said. Was that him that said that? He's indoorsy. I like doing outdoor stuff too, but way less than I used to. I just like a good book and a warm fire and a hot cup of coffee and a liter of bourbon. What? Just kidding. It's very wet and windy in Stockport too. Yeah, it's been too long, for sure. It's been way too long. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd like to. I mean, look, for me, I would happily move to Europe tomorrow. Like sell the house, move to Greece. I've looked at Crete heavily. I've looked at Croatia too. I'm really into both of those places. Never been to Croatia, but I would definitely consider it. I'd do it in a heartbeat tomorrow. But we have a 7-year-old that doesn't want to leave her friends and her school. So just going to wait until her friends leave her. And then we'll do it. Pull the trigger. Yeah. Yeah, and then from there, like you're over in Europe, and then you're bouncing around to all those historical places. I would love it. I would love it. So much fun. Lots of travel over there to cool places. Beautiful. Oh. Yeah, Park City is just a cool looking town. I've actually never been there, but my brother's been there. We talked about it. Prescott, huh? Whoa. Prescott. So you grew up in Arizona. All right. Who else is this? That Jay Falconer that's out there. Good buddy of mine. Good dude. Good writer. Jay Falconer. He's out there. I think he might be in Prescott. I got to ask him. Or he's close to Prescott. My hair is combed. Is it? I don't know. It feels a little off. There. Here, fix it for you. Get a little crazy for you. Almost looks like a cowlick that way. It's funny. It's weird having to do it backwards on the camera. I don't know. My hair's getting longer. I haven't had a haircut in a while, so I'm just doing it this way. Thanks for noticing. Oh, you lived in Flag for 25 years. Okay. I'm never going to say those words, Paul. I refuse to be domesticated in that way. I am an untamed beast that will never submit to that. If the wife is happy, I still experience no change in my own personal happiness. And I've tried, sir. I have tried and tried to make her as happy as a little lamb. And yet my personal experience remains unchanged. So I don't subscribe to that. But what I do subscribe to is trying to keep my kid happy. not ruining my kids' childhood. You know, fostering resentment by doing what we want to do. You know, want to go live abroad? Yes, I absolutely want to do that. But kid don't want to yet. Hot tea, huh? Allison. Oh, yeah, okay. Looking through the comments. Hey, you have a good weekend too, Dennis. You have a great weekend. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, but now we're like, 9 years, 10 years out from college. So at that point, you just, be 56 years old or whatever. 57. That's when I'll start drawing for my teacher retirement, which won't be very much because I only did 12 years in the system. So I don't know what they're going to be paying me, but hey, it's free money. I'll be looking. It'll be my gambling money. So, but yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying. My idea, Shelly, to your point, my idea is we take a trip over there and we just don't come back. So that's my idea. And then when she starts asking, hey, when are we going home? Why do we bring the cats with us? Well, you are home, buddy. This is your home now. What? Yeah. That sounds like a plan that couldn't possibly backfire in terrible ways. Mentone. You talking about those slopes in Alabama? That one slope in Alabama? That's the best shirts ever, by the way. Ski Alabama. So classic. Yeah, I know. She's already getting so tall. It's crazy. Oh yeah, no. I mean, once high school is going, it's done. I mean, you're locked in for those 4 years. You're not going anywhere. So I gotcha. Erie, Pennsylvania. Yeah. Yeah, Erie sounds nice. Yeah. I like all the description that you gave there. And Pennsylvania is a beautiful state. It's beautiful up there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it takes some time. Exactly, Ray. Exactly. Oh, you want a book? Did I forget to send you a book? Seriously, I don't. Or did you win it from something else? Because if I was supposed to send you something like 2 months ago, that's on me. I have no excuse. I'm terribly slow at shipping. I need somebody to help me out. Oh, she won it from the fan page. Whew. Okay, good. That still means I'm probably shipping you a book, though, James, or somebody. Every 3 or 4 years. Yeah. See, that's the thing. I don't want. I've said this before. I was talking to a friend of mine, Gary Jonas, and great guy. Grew up military family, and he said, I just growing up just felt like no place was home. And I mean, I'm talking to this guy who's in his mid 40s, early 40s, and I could hear that distant pain in his voice, and I was like, oh, I mean, I felt bad for the little kid that he was back then, all those years ago. So, yeah, I don't want to do that to her. So, I can postpone my own pleasures, and desires for a little while. And we'll, maybe we'll get to bounce over there again this summer. This next summer, maybe we'll hit Europe again. That sounds like a good idea. I should start saving up for that. I'm looking over here like my guy that does the budgets over there, but he's not. He's up here. Have a good weekend, Megan Holden. Still recovering from the Nashville trip. Well, Nashville can do that to you. Country Vegas. I thought you were going to get an assistant. Yes, I was going to get an assistant. That's trickier than it sounds. It was horrible. See, yeah. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I think just, doing some research trips would be good for now, and sort of get a good foundation over there, and we'll figure it out. But I don't, she loves her classmates. And her best friend is in a different school and a grade ahead of her. And I don't want to do that to her. But I still dream. I still look at those YouTube channels that feature great places to live, cheap and safe places in Europe and all this stuff. And I'm like, because I really identify with the slower pace of life over there in a lot of those places. The ones that I look at, they have slower pace of life. So I identify with that heavily. And I definitely identify with the nap cultures that like Spain and Greece have, Portugal, like that sort of thing very much appeals to me. Probably some in Italy. Well, thank you, Peter Perry. I appreciate that. I think this is the first time that you've said hello. What took you so long? Welcome to the party, pal, as Bruce Willis used to say. Love it. Hey, Candace, you have a great weekend too. Yeah, for sure. We'll be gone in a week, so we leave in like 5-6 days. So I'm looking forward to it. But I'll be doing Coffee Nation Sunday morning. So I'll see you guys Sunday morning, unless something else happens. By the way, thank you for those of you that reached out and were concerned about the hurricane. We don't really get impacted by hurricanes here. All we get here is rain from them. And this one, when they hit the way they hit down in Florida this way, they spin off away from us. So it's just been dry. It just pulls all that moisture away from us. So. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I looked at a few of those places down in the Med for France. I don't know if I'm going to do France, but a little cheaper in Greece. Hey, good as we don't compare, Peter Perry. There's no comparing. By the way, somebody reached out to me. Somebody reached out to me a couple weeks ago. Another author reached out to me, and we're chatting about some stuff. You probably saw my. The comments are flying by me. But you might have seen my post from this last week, and Ray noticed this before I did because he had sent an email about it. But Nick Thacker texted me last week, told me that Matt Mather passed away, and I guess I found out like 9 days after the fact. But really good guy, good writer. Hated to hear that. Like for his family, his kids, his wife, just all his close friends. Just felt so bad about that. And I was an online friend of Matt, so I would talk occasionally with him online, chat, send him an email or Facebook message or whatever, just very rarely. But I helped him with some stuff years ago, and real good dude, really good dude. It was, James, it was sad to hear for sure. But it's good to have another author on board, Peter Perry. Very cool. Very cool. By the way, I'm not as good as me either. You're never as good as you are. Man, that sounds like it could be profound or just really weird. Pretty slow and nice. I don't ignore your comments. I see it now. God, I don't ignore them. They just fly by. Yeah, there's no hurricanes here. We get, we get the tornadoes, and those are worse because you don't know when they're coming. You just get these warnings, and then within, a minute they're hitting, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like hurricanes give a couple of days heads up, 2-3 days heads up. Like my friends in Orlando, they drove up to Pigeon Forge 2 days ago, right? In Orlando, it's pretty far inland, so I mean, it's usually just gets tropical storm-esque type stuff. But I knew plenty of people down in Tampa that stayed put. I'm like, you guys have a free place to stay here. I'll sleep on the couch. You guys can sleep on the master bedroom. No, we're just gonna hunker down. And I'm like, it's a swirling vortex of death, the size of some states. Maybe just drive to Tifton, Georgia. That's what I would do. Tifton is 4 hours north of Orlando, 5 hours north of Tampa. Like, just do that. I would have gone to Tifton, to a hotel up there. Not one there. We'll go a little farther to Perry or Cordele. Nothing. No bad storms in, middle and south, central Georgia from hurricanes. But I guess they were okay. They made it through just fine. But yeah, at least when they're coming. Tornadoes here, nothing. You never have a warning. I mean, you get a warning. That's all you get. A little beep, beep. Oh, it's touchdown across the street. Cool. Everybody head to the, downstairs bathroom. Didn't get much rain. Oh yeah, it got a lot cooler. It's wonderful right now, isn't it? Fire warnings aren't wonderful. Oh, that's cool. Nice. Yes, I have many excuses, James. You would? Man, not me. I mean, they're obviously bigger, but you're rolling the dice with the tornadoes. I mean, you're really rolling the dice. You're like, is it going to get us this time, or is it going to get the neighbors this time? You don't want it to get either. This season, we didn't really have very many, so it was a good tornado season. Hopefully, they keep moving east until they're just out in the ocean. As the planet gets warmer and things change, like it would be great if the tornadoes were just happen out in the middle of the ocean. Or hey, the world governments or the world corporations implement my plan, which will cool the overall global temperature by about 5 degrees. Don't have to worry about anything. Just put that sucker up. There goes my lighting. Great. Now it gets darker. I mean, just all my tech stuff's just shutting down. Oh, what a show this has been. Yeah. It's what friends of mine said. No, Jurassic. I haven't been to Universal in a while. I'm gonna have to look that up now. Oh yeah, man. I finished it. I could take pictures of it, I guess, but the bed's not made. I don't believe in making the bed. That's like tying your shoes when you take them off at the end of the day. Yeah. Take your shoes off and then tie them. What? You're just going to put them back on tomorrow. I mean, I get it if you're having company over. But yeah, it looks good. Looks real good. The bridge. Yeah, there were several roads that got messed up. Yeah, that's good. It's good commentary right there, Ray. Yeah. Yeah, Topia is what got him known. Like he released that omnibus or whatever, or those short stories, and noticed it was doing really well. Like it was the early days of Kindle is what it was. Like he got started just before me, and I was pretty early to the game with self-publishing stuff. And he was a big inspiration for me. And Cyberstorm came out and really just rocked it. Cyberstorm did real well, so he was a good writer. You're good now. I should pay my assistant better, true. All right, author takeover party. Have fun. Yeah, I gotta go too. I'm gonna go get something to eat. See, check on my kid. My sick child. Yeah. Yep. I'll tell you what, Carrie, I love that little kitty there, though. Is that a Russian blue? Looks a little bit like my gray cat. Hey, have a good weekend, Kathy. Ugh. I know. I saw Sanibel. Sanibel Island is where several of my friends go every year. That's where they've got like a family thing they do every year down there. So I saw that got pretty messed up. All right, have fun at your kid's birthday party. Yes, she'll be all right. Thank you. Yes, enjoy your weekend. Yeah, I think I'm going to sign off. I don't want to just keep rambling and taking up your beautiful day, but I am glad I got to see you today. Glad we got to talk. Also, be sure to check your email if you haven't. I sent you some updates in the newsletter today. Probably already saw it, but some cool new stuff. I'm planning on launching my new show next week on the YouTube channel called Skipped History. So I'm looking forward to that. Stuff that maybe you skipped, maybe your history teacher skipped in school. And then I'm going to be doing, so hopefully launching that next week. And also, we'll just see. There's a lot going on with travel. I got to get the camper ready and all that stuff. But I am planning on doing a lot of work, a lot of writing next week, especially. So hopefully I'll get a few more of the merch items that I have on hand on the online store, like the keychains and the magnets, etc., etc. I don't have a whole lot of stuff, but I have a little bit. So need to take pictures of it and put it on there. But that's the plan. Oh, all right. Thank you. Thanks for doing that, Shannon. When is the new YouTube date and time? I have not decided that yet, but I can tell you that I did finish the script for episode 1 today. The episodes should be about 8 to 12 minutes long, and they're going to be covering cool things in history. Some of the stuff will be related to stories I write, and some of it will not. So, but I think it's going to be fun just to do it. And I like shows like that. And no, you're good. Don't worry. Oh, don't worry about it. You're good. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's going to be cool. So, the playlist is already set up on my channel. There's nothing on it yet. Just these are going to be recorded shows that I do with some editing and stuff like that for you. So I think it'll be fun. What's up, Luke Richardson? Arc Files style. Arc Files dropping and locking. All right, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. I love catching up with you guys too. All right. Yeah, it should be fun. I'm going to be doing a couple of different types of YouTube things like that. So I'm excited about it. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Luke. I thought it was tomorrow because it's October 1st yet. And so be sure to check out Luke's new story with the ARC files dropping tomorrow. So, and thank you guys for those of you who pre-ordered the new Relic Runner book, Moscow Sky. I appreciate it. Thanks for doing that. So, yeah. Well, you're really gonna like. I think you're gonna like Poseidon's Fury, Sean Wyatt 22. I started work on it this week, and it's been a lot of fun so far. So, oh yeah. Oh wow, back to Fairy. So you remember it? Wow. Yeah. All right, I'll answer this before I go. No worries. What are your some of your favorite authors and how you begin ideas? Okay. I said goodbye and I feel bad. I started saying goodbye to some people, and I started saying goodbye, and then some people left, and so I now they're gonna miss this comment, but that's okay. Though they can always go back and watch the replay. So there's still 18,000 watching it live, so that's good. So favorite authors, classical Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas, my all-time favorite story, and then Clive Cussler, Dan Brown, two of my favorite authors. I liked Weiss and Hickman a lot when I was in 8th grade, 9th grade, reading the Dragonlance Chronicles. So I really like that for fantasy. Currently, my favorite fantasy author is Kel Cade, and she happens to be a friend of mine, but I am an absolute huge, monstrous fan of her work and the King's Dark Tidings series. Science fiction authors right now, my current favorites are also friends of mine, Terry Maggart, Backyard Starship, and I'm reading that right now, which I just love. J.N. Chaney, also really good stuff reading Renegade Star, good friend, good dude. Just met him last year and he's become a good friend already. Chris Kennedy is really good in science fiction. As far as like historically science fiction stuff, I haven't read a lot of as much of the old stuff as some other people. I'm not that well read, but I do love sci-fi as a genre, especially for shows and movies. And that's really I don't read a whole lot. Usually, what I read is nonfiction stuff. I read a lot of stuff about like quantum physics and then historical things and stuff like that. But usually what I'm reading is usually reading is like spiritual things or quantum physics things or stuff of that nature. But fiction wise, yeah, I think I covered a bunch of bases for you there. So I hope that helps. How do I begin ideas for the next novel? It depends on the novel. So I usually start with the MacGuffin, right? I call it a plot catalyst. And so I start with the plot catalyst and then I say, okay, why would some bad person want this and what would they use it for? And then I just find that bad person and then I create the villain around that bad person. And then I have the heroes that I've already created, or I could create new heroes and put backstories with them and all that. And but that's it. I start with the plot catalyst typically, and then locations. I go from plot catalyst to villain to locations, and I choose the locations of the story where it needs to take place. Sounds all very mechanical, but it's not. There's a lot of just thinking, and I mean, so for the last week of walking around here in the house and whatever, Megan, is like, "Are you okay?" And I'm just like walking with my head down, staring at the floor, just like going to the kitchen to get a drink, but I'm just locked in on trying to think my way through the problems and the solutions of a story that has never happened with people that don't exist. So now Moscow Sky is based on true events, and that's what's so crazy about that one. But yeah, I just kind of walk around in a fog, like super zeroed in on trying to figure out, what happens next, where to go next, and all that. Let's see. To a man, every single person. To a man. I'll have to look at that. But thanks for the heads up. I will double check that. Need to make a note of it. Do I write myself into a corner? Of course not. Because if I do, I'll just put like some Semtech in that corner and blast a hole through it. So no, I mean, I have in the past, but you just write your way out of the corner, you know. Don't put yourself in a room where there's no way out, right? That's where planning comes in, you know. Because if you don't plan it, then it looks a lot like Deus Ex Machina, right? And you don't want that. You don't want that Deus Ex Machina coming in there. So, yeah, never put baby in the corner. That's right. All right, guys, listen. I'm going to get some dinner. Page 287. All right, to a man. I'm making a note of it right now. I'm going to see what you got going on with that. I'm making a note of it. To a man. All right. Listen, you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on Sunday morning. Until then, thanks for joining me on Drinks with Dempsey. My bottle of water. Delicious.